Hello, my darlings. Welcome, Fumi Nation. Welcome to an extremely exciting episode. Let me start by thanking you, Fumi Nation. You guys are amazing. You are my tribe. You are absolutely a vibe. And you keep me abreast of the latest and the sexiest and the most fabulous, whether it comes to fashion, whether it comes to film, whether it comes to TV episode, Netflix. You are really making me great. And I have to humbly say, I can't work this thing without you, baby. I cannot. I cannot. Thank you so very much for introducing me to the next Netflix extravaganza, Blood Sisters. Congratulations to Netflix for picking up this television show. This is season 1 on Netflix, so that there's no spoiler alert. Anything that I'm going to tell you is already on Netflix, episode 1 through 4, and they're waiting to be greenlit for season 2. You guys, I'm an actor. I've got my unions all updated. Throw me up in there for a guest appearance. I will take it. I was saying the other day on Insta stories, Africa is the new New York. Africa is the new New York. Guys, get your passports when I tell you. Things are shifting, and I have felt a shift. I felt it a while ago, and it is coming full steam ahead, because when I tell you, Ola and I would have gone to the theater, gotten our popcorn, gotten all of our treats, and this, when I tell you, is an exceptionally date night TV series that has you biting your nails till you draw blood. It was sensational. The cinematography was flawless. The speed of it, the momentum of it, the excitement of this particular Blood Sisters, I have never seen in Nollywood prior. This is the first time, and I decided to dress for the occasion. I'm wearing We Are Africa. I've worn this blouse before, but I needed the extravagance. I needed the OTT. For me, catch your breath. What can I say? I want to jump into it, but I feel that there are so many things I want to say before I start. I was introduced to the TV series by you guys. It is on Netflix, and I watched the entire thing. I think I started at 10 p.m. Just fluke. I thought, you know what? Let me see what they're talking about. I couldn't turn my phone off until about 3 a.m. And I had work to do the following morning, when I tell you. It'd be like I said, they throw sand for my eyes. But I said, no, let me finish this. Congratulations to the crew. Congratulations to the cast. Congratulations to production. This is sensational. I am an actor, and I have been on some of the best films to date. And when I tell you, this is right up there. This is right up there. You guys did not miss a beat. And I guess we should start. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that have not watched Blood Sisters, do not have the time, how honored am I to give you a front row seat of the synopsis. Let's get into it. So, we have an opening scene. It's dark into the night, into a busy street, and this beautiful big car comes to a stop. The gentleman inside is Femi. He is the eldest brother of an established family. Before we can say whoop-de-doo, a con man, seedy guy from the streets, jumps into the car. He's known as Blade. They have a conversation, very short. Blade wants to confirm, do you want this man dead at his wedding? And Femi says yes. He disappears into the night, and we find a man drawing at a conference table. That, my darlings, is Kola. He is the groom, and he is the head of this prestigious family that headline pharmaceuticals in Nigeria. He's at a board meeting. He smiles at everybody and says, I cannot be late for my wedding. And he jumps into a helicopter where we get a bird's eye view of Lagos, my home that I miss so much. It was gorgeous. The cinematography, beautiful. It was very crisp. It was very clear. It was very sharp. I loved the music as well that they used. It elevated you and it brought you down as the scene was sweeping very swiftly and so fluidly from one to the next. You just felt as if you were sitting beside Kola on the helicopter. Fade to black. and we come to two beautiful girls. One is called Kemi, the other one is called Sarah. Sarah is the bride-to-be, and Kemi is her best friend. Kemi lost her parents when she was 5 years old, and so Sarah's parents took her in. Kemi is there, and she has given Sarah a beautiful bracelet, exactly like hers, and they exchange love and affirmations to each other, and Kemi really is proud of Sarah and wishes her all of the best. They come downstairs, and there's a little bit of mayhem because Sarah's ex-boyfriend, Kenny, shows up at the wedding reception. I think it's like a 2-day fiasco, and he comes pleading for her to come back. Of course, she's shooed away by the best man. We fade to black, and Fumi, who is Kola's brother, is seen kissing his ravishing, beautiful wife. Now, let me stop here for a minute because so far I have just been looking, not only, I think I do that because I'm an actor, I am looking at the background. I'm looking at the entire scene and the homes and where Yinka is at. She's in a beautiful home and the makeup is exquisite for those that were in charge of hair and makeup. As a matter of fact, wardrobe, mwah, mwah, mwah. Accolades to you. She looked gorgeous. When she closed her eyes, you could barely see the beginning of the lash. And for me, that is everything. Anywho, we go back to the wedding reception. Kola now meets up with his beautiful bride-to-be. And he, right away, you can feel this aura of him, this deception of him. The way he presents himself is very different from the way he is beneath. There is control there, there's a monster there, and you can feel the fear that Sarah has for her husband to be. And he shows no doubt that we are right. He's dominating, and instantly he says, "Why are you wearing that dress?" He wants her to change. And Kemi chimes in. Kemi, already I realize it's not going to work in this marriage. Either the marriage is going to deteriorate or Kemi is going to be thrown out of the marriage. Because you see, Kemi is not a pushover, where Sarah is timid. That is why Kola is marrying Sarah, because he can push Sarah around. Anyway, the best man shows up and Kemi goes along with him. After Kenny's scene, we see the matriarch, that is Kola's mother, and she's face to face with Sarah and says, "Don't embarrass me. Don't embarrass me." There is disdain, there's dislike. Sarah will not try, because I would not be marrying into this kind of family. Your husband-to-be is not the best so far, and your mother-in-law is a monster as well. You will not get any help from her. No, 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 honey. But let us not stop there. It is very fast-paced. You know what I mean? And from there, Kola and Sarah go upstairs. And when they go upstairs, this for me was the most chilling part. I covered my eyes, and at the same time, I still wanted to see what was going to go on. And Kola, the groomsman, takes off his watch. I didn't think anything of it until he began to take off his jacket. He has tears in his eyes, and he goes to Sarah and says, "Have you been talking to Kenny? Have you been exchanging conversations with Kenny?" He comes face to face, right up to Sarah's face. And as Sarah confesses, he punches her right in the tummy, and Sarah falls down to her knees, gasping for breath. I was like, oh wow, oh wow. It was hard to watch. It was so hard to watch. It was as if, you know, like, oh my God, somebody should have come in there to save her. There's a fabulous, beautiful reception table, and everybody is seated there. Gorgeous. And the bride's parents stand up to give a speech. Nobody's impressed, least of all the matriarch. Kola's mother. But that is not the exciting scene. This is where we are introduced to Timei. Timei is the youngest sister of Kola, and she has not been abroad studying, as the matriarch wants everybody to believe. No, she has been in rehab because she has a drug problem, and she has been sent out there to dry out, to which Timei says, I've been dry for 22 days. Kola applauds. Thank you, my darling. Thank you for coming. She said, after all now, you think I would miss your wedding? By the way, who do I have to FUCK to get a drink around here? Everybody gasps. Humiliation and embarrassment. And as far as I'm concerned, matriarch, Kola's mom, Timei was more of an embarrassment than your newly daughter-in-law to be. But I know you hate her. I know you don't approve of her. So anything she does is so wrong. Kola is downstairs and we meet his ex-girlfriend, also known as Toke Makinwa. Toke Makinwa, I have to applaud you. Girlfriend is booked and busy. When I tell you booked and busy, busy and booked, how she does it, well, you know what, she's single. You see, when you don't have children yet, you're busy. Girlfriend is booked and busy, and she did very well in that scene. She came walking, tintillating in a very seductive yellow and gold dress. She looked fabulous. I'll give her that. And Hanti was there, and she worked that scene, begging, pleading with Kola, take me back, don't be like this, now. And Kola just dismisses her because at the corner of his eye, he could see bleed. He could see the hired hitman, and something was off. And might I add, even Stevie Wonder would have seen that Blade stood out. Why? It was a wedding. Everybody was in traditional attire. Blade comes in a neon yellow t-shirt, leather jacket with his fists not smiling. The hitman ready to charge, ready to go. But you see, Kola is just as mad. And so he now lures him through the kitchen, the music. Oh my God, the build up. You know something is going to happen. It was gorgeous. The chefs, the cooks, cutting, sharpening, placing, presenting. The beautiful hotel, the Daffodil Hotel, as a matter of fact. Gorgeous. He runs up the stairs. He goes into the elevator. He punches 1-2 steps out, waits for Blade, contacts Blade. Pow, wow, pow, poo, quack, bass. It was fabulous. It was a good fight. It was a solid fight. If the fight was realistic. Kola bangs Blade's head against the wall and he falls down to the ground. That's it. Submissive. He said, who sent you? Who sent you? Was it my brother? To which Blade says nothing. We see Blade being escorted by security out the front door, just as Femi, the older brother of Kola, drinking his wine as the blood drains from his face. And Kola stands behind him and says, do you know that guy? Which guy? No. Guilty. That guy that's going down the stairs, you don't know him? No, I've never seen him before. And he looks dead into his older brother's eyes and says, after this wedding is over, I'm coming for you. Anyway, as Kola walks away from Femi, Timei says, what is wrong? What is going on? Because she sees the friction. She sees her brother's face. And Kola says, anything that happens to me, look to my brother. Ooh. Sarah and Kemi are upstairs. And Kemi is quiet. Not in a good way. She's observing Sarah. And she's like, Sarah, what is going on? I know you. How long have we been friends? I know you so very well. You were quiet at dinner. You are standing up in pain. What is going on? And Sarah confesses that Kola beats her. To which we are now beginning to find out is not the first time. As Kemi lets us know, you promised me that if you did this again, you would leave. This wedding can't take place. And then they go back and forth, and we cut to where Sarah is now telling her mother. And her mother says, because of one little slap, do you not see what I'm wearing? Do you not see your father? You are not the only person you can think of in this situation. The wedding must go on. I don't want to hear it. Needless to say, your child is telling you that she is being beaten up, and all you can think of is your monetary gain. It's a terrible, sick, situation. And the following day, the wedding guests start to arrive. It was beautiful, darlings. The music, the flowers, the food, everything strategically placed. Guests that came after one guest. They had a band, they had music. I thought I was there. I felt I was there. It gave me memories, such beautiful memories of my traditional wedding, and I will forever be grateful to my parents that I had such a fabulous, beautiful, wonderful traditional wedding. It was just fuzzy, fuzzy, fuzzy memories, and I lived for it. So everybody is arriving and everybody is having fun and they're dancing, the boys and the girls. It is so gorgeous. But guess what? There's no bride. We can't see the bride. The bride hasn't shown up. To which Kemi comes down, and as Kola and his best man Aki are ushering the guests in, she says, guess what? Boys, Sarah wants to talk to you, Kola. No wedding is going to take place or engagement, as a matter of fact, until she speaks to you, Kola. See, if it was me and I didn't want to marry the brother, I'm not coming to any room. He already punched me in the tummy. So guess what? I'm coming to everybody down there to say my piece. Let me not spoil it for you all. Kola goes upstairs and Sarah is sitting there and she says to him, you promised me, you son of a bitch, that you would not put your hands on me, that you would not put your paws on me. Guess what, motherfucker? I don't want to marry your black ass no more. And Kola goes all the way off. Slaps her, is in the process of strangling her, squeezing the life up out of her neck, when her good old friend, maid of honor, does all of her duties, comes in there, takes an ornament and whacks his head. He turns around. Kola is strong. Kola is raged. You know when you are mad and you are angry, you can't feel anything. He gives her one swing, heavy punch, and she rolls off the floor. As he does that, the gun that Blade had brought to kill him falls out of his agbada. It's fast paced. I could barely hold my breath. She rolls on the floor. Kola goes back, trying to hit Sarah. She picks up the gun. She fires, and then we see Kola's eyes. It's still just for a moment. And he slumps down to his knees. It is then that Sarah gets up and sees her dear friend Kemi with the gun, to which she drops instantly because she now realizes what she has done. She doesn't believe that he's dead, so they call to see if he is. His eyes are wide open. He's dead. Oh my God, 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 oh my God. And Kemi's like, what is he doing with the gun? What is he doing with the gun? To which Sarah says, I don't know. I can imagine at this point in time, as scared as they are, Kemi is wondering, just as Sarah, was that gun bought for me? They now drag his body into the bathroom. There's little time to do anything. She's supposed to walk down the stairs and get married. And there's a dead body with blood seeping the carpet. And you know how hard blood is to wash off. They drag him into the bathroom. And at this point now, it is Aki looking for his groomsmen. Kemi runs to the door and says, well, he came, he left. Well, he came, yes, little bit of tears, jitters, but you know what? He's gone. Maybe you missed him. And so he goes. Then they're back and forth. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Let us pretend you're a jilted bride. That's the best that we can do. They do not even cement their plan quite yet, because everybody is waiting downstairs. The momentum is building. There's a wedding. People are waiting. They've eaten. They've drunk. They're now waiting for the engagement to commence. Where is the bride? Where is the groom? The bride's mother says, let me go and take charge. She rat-a-tat-tat on the door. Rat-a-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat. To which Kemi has no choice but to open the door. Where is the bride? Everybody is waiting for you. They have gathered. They are downstairs. Let us go. And she takes her daughter, and here we now go into a dance arcade where everybody is dancing along with the bride, and they're spraying her dollars. They're spraying her pounds sterling, spraying her naira as she's walking. The mother is so proud. This is my day. My enemies will never conquer. And the father is there, and she comes and she kneels down to the father, and he says, I heard that you want to get married. Go and bring your man to me. And I think for me at this point was delicious. This whole scene was delicious. It was rich. It was rich in culture. Rich in culture. You know your people. You know where you're from. The culture was exquisite. I lived for every single detail, for every wedding guest at this scene. It was with precision. Nothing was left undone. She walks back in search of her husband. That is part of the tradition. And the groomsman's guests are there saying, come to me, come to me, come to me. But of course, Sarah darts at Kemi, and Kemi looks back because they know that there is no groom in the audience. It is all pretense, and they're doing a pretty good job of it until there's no need to pretend anymore. So they go back, and she slumps at her father's knees under the pretext and the guise that she has been jilted. That is the plan. Aki is forced to make a speech to let the wedding guests know that there has been a hiccup. So continue eating and we will get back to you. To which now the matriarch is pleased. She's so happy. That is Kola's mother, because as far as she's concerned, Kola has developed cold feet, has listened to her, because she prefers the Tokemakinwa character and that he has run away. She's so happy. She is disgusted by this family. She cannot stand them and calls them peasants, to be exact. We're in the room and Sarah is there with her parents, and the father is like, what the hell is going on? Where is Kola? What happened to Kola? To which, I don't know. I don't know. I've told you 100 times, I don't know. The mother chimes and said, don't be rude to your father. She said, I'm sorry, mommy. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. Aki is looking left and right. He cannot find him. By this time now, Femi, who had actually planned the demise of his brother, is looking to his wife, because prior he had told his wife that Kola knew about the hitman, and the wife Yinka said, what? So they are shocked because they're like, if we didn't do it, who did? Who took out Kola? Kola has enemies, oh. Now wow, which have just been patient so that this thing can take its natural course. Wait, hold on, where am I? We go back to the bridal suite, and Kemi and Sarah are there. They now change, and they are now dressed as staff of the hotel. You know those mobile laundry baskets that you see in the mornings when you're going down for breakfast, and the staff is cleaning one room or the other? It's never yours. It's never yours when you want it to be clean. But you see them in the hallway, and they have these big baskets. And let me tell you, I'll confess right now, I always pick extra towels. I always pick extra soaps because it's never enough. They get the basket, and they usher it in. As you remember, Kola is in the bathroom. They get dustbin bags and they cover themselves. Kola is looking up like this. And at that point, Sarah says, I don't want to stand right here. Let me stand over here. And Kemi's like, why not? And she's like, well, I was going to marry him. I don't need to be looking at him. I said, okay. So they shift positions. Kemi has an axe, and she says, least bones in the neck. Let's chop the body up. That way it will be easy for us to transport up out of here. They have to take drinks. They take alcohol. It's not enough. Kola's phone goes off. It is Akin calling down in the foyer. Kola, where the hell are you? Smash! Whoosh! Blood. all over the place. She hits it again, to which Sarah just throws her head into the sink. It is not a situation that they had the stomach for, and they now realize that it will be impossible to chop up the entire body if they are getting difficulty with only chopping off the head. They wrap up the body, they throw it into the laundry, and they seep out. They start to look, who is there? Is anybody there? Yes, I mean, in the hallway, can anybody see them? And they begin to usher the body out into the laundry basket, and they're there with slippers, and their heart is beating up out of the chest. They get into the elevator, they open the elevator, they get into the hallway, they make it down below, they're pushing the trolley. Now security man, they come meet. The security man looks at them and says, you are washing this late. And then Kemi, who is quick, says, yes, the boss sent us to come and do this. This is laundry of the wedding guests. So it is what it is. To which it now ignites a conversation with the security. They've got a dead body in the laundry basket. The blood is seeping. You know how blood does. It begins to spread into the bedsheet and it begins to pop up. Before you know it, you're like, what the hell? This is the kind of momentum. This is when the security now decides to say, what do you think happened to the groom? What happened to the groom? And then he says, you know what? I believe it's the wife. Now the wife, because the wife no let the man be man. Nain do one. Nain cause all this kata. To which Sarah looks at him as if to say, you're an idiot. He said, no, you don't fit time anything. And they begin to take the trolley, push. Then from there, they open the trunk. Oh, when I tell you, it was a night full of challenges, because adjacent from them was a photographer in the car. I do believe that he was one of those paparazzi photographers, because this was a celebrity wedding. After all, Kola came from a prestigious family. He's in his car, God knows what he's doing, but he's awoken because when the girls run with the laundry stroller, they awaken the alarms from other cars. You know how that can happen? And you're like, no, it's not me. I didn't want to do anything to your car. I was just walking. Sensitive. You know, some alarms can be said, bam, bam. He woke up. He saw these two girls putting something into the boot, looking very suspicious. He pulled out his camera and said, as cameramen do, let me just take one or two pictures, most especially when Kemi took a couple of spades. Even I would know they were going to dig. Ooh-ha! They put the body in, they took the laundry basket and tipped that one also into the boot. The photographer said, oh, wait one goddamn minute. He wanted to start the car. The car would not start. That was the saving grace of these girls. Or was it? They sped right out of the fabulous Yellow Daffodil Hotel into the night. When I tell you that it was gorgeous, the way they just skipped up out, it reminded me of the film. Some of you might know it, some of you might not. That was where I fell in love with Vivica Fox and Queen Latifah. Set it off. If you watch that film, you will understand this particular scene where the girls were driving. It was a getaway scene and it was loaded and police cars were passing by for other situations that go awry in the middle of the night. They came to a relatively remote area. I would have driven further had it been me. Needless to say, they begin to dig. Not too deep as far as I am concerned. And they roll out the body, carpet, they toss the head inside. And that, my darling, is the end of episode 1. It's a shallow grave. And guys, you know how that goes. It's not that deep. You can never bury anything too deep, least of all a shallow grave. Everything does come to the surface in daylight. Fabulous. Fabulosity. I am in awe of this. I've watched very few Nollywood movies. That is going to change. Guys, when you get the time, go ahead and watch it. Watch all 4 if you want to. Let me know if you want me to do episode 2, 3, 4, or just pull the other episodes together for a conclusion. I am here any which way you want it. Do you love the beat, my darlings? Do you love the beat? Don't forget to like, to subscribe, to hit the notification button, and you guys let me know in the comment section. How are you feeling, blood sisters? Okay, thank you very much for the heads up, guys. I love you so very much. Let me know of everything and anything you want me to do. I am not able to respond to a lot of you because I'm trying to do as much as I can on the front side with editing, with filming. But what I never do is not read your comments. I read as many as I can, and that is how I bring all of this to you. I'll say it again, as I've said it many times before. This is my channel, but it is your what? It's your show. All of my loves, darling. I live for you. I am wearing We Are Africa. I think I mentioned it before. Discount code Fumi. So go ahead and enjoy yourselves. I love her design. She has very 1 or 2 unique pieces that she just throws out there. And when I tell you I live for this, I've worn it a couple of times and here I am wearing it again. All right, darlings, I gotta go. All right, my darlings, I gotta go. Love you. Mwah.